Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into a fascinating breakdown from Sovereign SLM Labs, covering what, on the surface, looks like a massive AI showdown, small language models versus large language models. But, as we'll quickly discover here, this actually isn't a battle to the death. Not at all. Instead, it's really about figuring out how to build the ultimate dynamic AI duo for your business. So here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the small language model. Second, we'll look at the broad power of LLMs. Third, we go head-to-head, SLM versus LLM. 4, we'll cover real enterprise use cases for SLMs. And finally, number 5, we'll build that ultimate AI dream team. Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1. Meet the small language model, your nimble specialist. So, what is a small language model, or SLM? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's an AI model that processes, understands, and generates natural language, but at a significantly smaller scale and scope than its massive LLM cousins. I want you to think of an SLM as a scalpel. It is absolutely not a weaker tool. Rather, it's a highly focused one. It's designed for specific, repeatable enterprise tasks, and crucially, it doesn't need to know everything about the entire universe just to do its one specific job perfectly. And, just look at the industry heavy hitters throwing their weight behind this right now. We're talking about models with parameter counts, which is basically the number of neural connections they have, in the millions to low billions. You've got Microsoft Phi, which literally runs on a modern phone, Google Gemma, built to run right on a developer's laptop, Meta's Llama 3.2 for local and mobile, IBM Granite, which is custom built for business workflows, and Qwen 2.5, which is totally built for model routing. I mean, these compact models have some serious, undeniable momentum right now in the enterprise space. All right, moving to Section 2. The broad power of LLMs. Let's talk about the heavyweight generalist that everybody already knows. The large language model, or LLM. Now, these are massive AI models trained for incredibly complex reasoning, long-form writing, open-ended conversation, and multi-step planning. If the SLM is our scalpel, well, the LLM is the ultimate Swiss Army knife of AI. But here is the catch. You really don't need a massive model capable of advanced academic math just to match a basic vendor invoice, right? I mean, that's just overkill. So the crucial point is that there's a massive trade-off here. Because LLMs have such broad power, they demand massive compute, which means way higher infrastructure costs. Plus, relying on them for absolutely everything, it creates huge infrastructure headaches and some incredibly complex data privacy planning. And Sovereign SLM Labs highlights this extensively. When your sensitive enterprise data has to leave your direct control to go to a managed cloud, that is a real risk. Which brings us to Section 3, head-to-head. SLM versus LLM. Let's see exactly how they stack up. Now, what's really interesting about this is the clear proof of where each model wins. Look at the model size. SLMs are in the millions to low billions, while LLMs are tens to hundreds of billions. Because of that, SLMs win dramatically on lower inference costs. And for data control, it's a game changer. SLMs are super easy to run on-premise or in a private cloud, keeping your data totally secure under your sovereignty, whereas LLMs usually require managed cloud access. So the best fit? SLMs take the crown for high-volume, repeatable tasks, while LLMs are your go-to for complex, multi-domain ambiguity. Let's transition into Section 4, Enterprise Use Cases for SLMs. Think about your own daily operations for a second here. So where exactly is the SLM sweet spot? It's anywhere you have high-volume ticket classification, document extraction, or strict policy lookups. Basically, they need clear input formats and strict business rules. On the flip side, where to avoid SLMs. You never want to leave a small model alone to handle complex legal opinions, medical diagnoses, or open-ended strategic consulting. If it requires broad reasoning or high-stakes judgment, you do not use an SLM. But for the everyday heavy lifting, SLMs shine brilliantly in the enterprise. They are absolutely perfect for customer support, like ticket routing and summaries. They're great in finance for invoice matching and PO validation, document processing. Yep, KYC and claims are a breeze. And IT security, like log summaries and runbook lookups. Honestly, ask yourself, does your customer service bot really need to know how to write a Shakespearean sonnet when an SLM can perfectly route a support ticket in milliseconds at a total fraction of the cost? Of course not. And this brilliantly illustrates our final point in Section 5, the ultimate AI dream team, because it really is all about hybrid workflows.
Let's move to and see how this all builds together. Because the real twist of this explainer isn't about picking a winner between the two. It's about building a hybrid team. Step 1. Your SLM handles all the repeatable grunt work. It classifies the ticket, maybe drafts a standard response. Step 2. An LLM steps in for complex reasoning. A routing layer automatically sends it highly unusual or maybe emotional customer cases. And step 3, a human review catches any high-risk escalations. It's a perfect modern workflow that harmonizes cost, privacy, and capability all at once. So, here is the question you need to take back to your team today. Is your enterprise still relying on one giant, expensive model to do absolutely everything? Or are you ready to build a dynamic AI team? Getting the right task routed to the right model changes everything. It might just be time to rethink your architecture. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.